Hi, it's the Potato Museum show again with Tom and Meredith.
Yeah, today's show is about the global snack brand Frito-Lay. And there's their happy little
Potato.
Oscar. Yeah, Oscar the happy potato. Lay's potato chip founder, here's a picture of him. Herman Lay grew up in the Carolinas. He said, quote, "Little did I know as a youngster selling snacks at the ballpark, I would one day be the head of one of the biggest snack companies in the world." During the Depression, he had difficulty finding a job. He wrote 200 letters to prospective employers. He got one response from Atlanta's Barrett potato chip company. He turned it down, thinking there was no future in potato chips. He later accepted the job and went in 1933 from an employee selling chips out of his Model A Ford to owning the company and renaming it the H.W. Lay Company in 1938. And you can see here, there he is at the headquarters, and there's Oscar behind him. And Oscar, he was one of the first people, Herman Lay, to come up with logo for the little mascot character. Look at that. Oscar's a good potato. Everybody likes Oscar, and that's what makes Oscar such a happy potato. Oscar's in the potato chips. Lay's potato chips, and you'll find Oscar everywhere. So he also was one of the first people to advertise on television a snack food. And this actor, Bert Lahr, was a famous film actor, stage actor, made this whole slogan so famous that it became just a catchphrase. Betcha can't eat just one, 2 to 1 you can't eat just one. Herman was also very innovative in terms of the packaging. Now, in the past, packaging, potato chip packaging, snack food packaging they would sew it shut with some sort of glue. He came up with cellophane. He came up with the packaging that which you could see the product. He also may have come up with the idea of putting, instead of having air in these packages, of putting nitrogen in so that you can see how these bags are all full of nitrogen, which is a neutral gas that is element that is in our atmosphere, but it doesn't affect the potatoes like if there was oxygen in the chip. So he was an innovator in so many ways. And we're gonna talk about that. By the time he got involved in this business, owning it, potato farmers invested in potato chips had developed a low moisture chipping potato because other types tend to shrink too much in processing. Other inventions like the mechanical potato peeler, the continuous fryer, and sealed bags helped chippers in the 30s and 40s like Herman Lay ship their products further than ever before. So I went into our local supermarket and to look at the array of products that Lay's now sells, and you can see that they went from just kind of a classic chip to many different taste and flavors. I can remember when I was getting to be a spokesman for them, I was hired by them, I was with the company in Dallas talking to the product managers, and they said at the time that they were thinking they weren't going to flavor the potato. They didn't want to compete with their classic variety. Some years later, they certainly went to, they must have, I think they have something like 100 different flavors, and they're doing seasonal flavors. As you can see, this Lay's Wavy Cuban Sandwich, which is limited summer flavor with others, but it's got cheese, pickles, and taking advantage of all that. One of the things that Lay's has done is to stay up with the market and stay up with a variety of consumer interests. Initially, they were feeling, when I was around there, they were concerned with a competition from Pringles, which was a Procter & Gamble company. It was a dehydrated potato that was extruded from a machine and made a saddle-shaped chip that, you can see it here, that fit easily in these tennis ball containers. So I was hired to just talk about the goodness of the potato and how Lay's just makes their chips from fresh potatoes. So they were pushing back on this. Some years later, Lay's got into this business and they called their product Stacks, and lots of different flavors. Sour cream and onion, by the way, was the first flavor potato chip. It was done in, I think, in Ireland. So look at this. Now blended with sweet potato and sea salt. Another thing that Lay's has always been good at is reading the market. So they know that there's a certain element of the market that wants to have just a few ingredients, and so now they're offering a product called Simply. Notice the potato up here. It's sliced. Here's the salt, and this is all it is: salt, oil, and potatoes. And that's supplying a certain market that wants fewer ingredients. Another thing that they're doing in responding to consumers is, for some time, smaller potato chip companies were cooking their potato chips in kettles, which was the original way that small batches of potato chips were made and then sold locally in grocery stores. So now the whole trend for some years was kettle cooked potato chips. So of course, Frito-Lay, this is actually Trader Joe's version of it, but you can see that Frito-Lay has got the same thing. See, here's their kettle cooked. Look, there's almost a whole shelf of kettle cooked potatoes. Whether they're actually cooked in big kettles or I don't know. I wanted to mention that we buy this product, which is similar to what Lay's started with. A classic potato chip, very thin chip, just a few ingredients, salt and oil. This is what we buy and this is what we eat, and it's of interest because they are focusing on the classic chip. And over here it says there's nothing better than a classic, like your parents' old station wagon. You know the one with the wood paneling, or these great chips you used to eat when you were growing up. Now, this is marketing straight to me because I, in fact, did grow up. My family did have the woody paneled station wagon in the early 50s. Here's a picture of me in front of our station wagon. So I don't know how this is actually working with the modern generation that did not grow up in the early 50s, but I did, and so this definitely speaks to me and the very thin chip. Recently, we tried always trying different products. Again, this is a Trader Joe product. This is a potato chip, a pizza party potato chip. It's full of flavors that you would find on a pizza. These we found inedible, absolutely inedible. And you'll notice that Pringles is doing a pizza variety as well, but it's something that it just doesn't work for us. But again, there's so many different varieties of potato chips that there's something for everybody. That's about it that I have to say, other than the company is a $7 billion company now. It's worldwide, 150 countries, farms, and all over the place, thousands of employees, and they are trying to be good stewards of the environment. Their factories are recycling the water. There's a lot of water that is used to wash the potato chips after thinly cut, and they're trying to generate their own electricity. They're trying to be good stewards. They know that people are going to eat potato chips, and they're the world's biggest snack and chip company, and they're trying to do it environmentally sensitive. So hooray for Herman Lay and his legacy of, and if you like these shows, you can subscribe and send us a note, whatever. What is it? Huh?
It's a comment.
Send in a comment or ask us a question.
Yeah.
We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks a lot. Bye.